Quick little update. I'm moving the cold frame out onto one of the raised beds over here, and I'm really happy about the fit. I'm going to plant onions around the whole edge here, on all of these beds, but that means I can actually put some tomatoes inside the cold frame out here, now that I've hardened them off. And I'll just put the plastic on for the nights. It's supposed to be high 60s today. If we're gonna have colder weather, I'll just leave it on and vent it. So that's good. Also, we got some gorgeous compost delivered yesterday, which I am ecstatic about. It seems pretty high grade. It's from Homestead Farm in Mass, just down the road from us. I am loving this. It's composted manure from their cows. It's over 12 months old, aged, and screened, so there's not any huge rocks or anything in it. When they poured it out yesterday, I saw probably about 10 worms just on the top, just in this section over here. They probably dug down pretty far now, but that always is a good sign. Much better quality than the stuff we got from Agway. The Agway was okay. It wasn't great. We also got less than I think we were supposed to, so I wasn't very happy with that in general. This is the Agway stuff. It's still clumps, which is pretty good. It actually has no smell. Like no earthy smell. Like I want it to have something in it, so found that really weird. And yes, I put my hands in the dirt and smell the compost all the time. And then this was the cheap stuff that we bought that is supposed to be a 50-50 loam and compost mix. It's pretty clay. It gets really clumpy and then it cracks, which is not great. But we'll use this to fill out some of the very bottom of the beds, as well as some spots around the yard that we need to kind of level off and fill in. So today's plan is to add 2 of the taller raised beds out here, and hopefully I'll be able to move the whiskey barrels. We've got 4 of them that we want to put out. So the 2 that we have that we're going to put in now are going to go about here, 1 here and 1 here, and then they're going to have the cattle panels connected to each other for our cucumbers. So that'll be a good one, and those will have potatoes as well. So excited to get that, and then I'm going to edge those with another planting of lettuce and spinach now that the temps are better. So I'll start the lettuce inside the greenhouse so that we get good fast germination, and then I'll transplant the lettuce out for the 3rd batch of lettuce for the season. So inside the greenhouse we've got salad. We're going to be making a homemade Caesar dressing, make our own mayo. Found a really good recipe through the salt, fat, acid, heat cookbook. I really love Samine, kind of brilliant on the way she thinks about cooking. So we've had salad. I think I had 4 salads this week out of this garden, and Jay had 2 or 3. So I work from home, so I had them for lunch. So I'll pick some more this morning and get them in the crisper and wash it up. The kale's starting to come in pretty good, which is exciting. But I want to actually thin these out, so I might transplant some of these lettuce heads into another raised or a pot so that we can have space for the carrots. These carrots really want a lot of sun. Onions are doing really well. I'll probably put some of that in our homemade ranch that we'll make today for the week. Parsley is doing a little better. This is the 2nd seeds of the lettuce. And then the peas are doing pretty well in here. And I only planted 5 in here, so I might stick some out front in the raised beds now and just get them seeded this weekend. Here's the other part of the second seeding of lettuce. I moved the collards down into the grow bag. We've got garlic, strawberries are starting to blossom, which is great. And then here's where that cold frame was with all the tomatoes. I also hardened off a couple tomatillos, and I actually was picking up flowers of those. I broke a couple tomatillos, so that's always fun. So I will have to keep an eye on those. And then I hardened off some peppers this week as well. So that's some of the progress. Oh, and our summer squash and cucumbers and dill are in the back here. I'm gonna try to move the dill outside today. Got bells of Ireland, phlox, and lupin. You can start to see the leaves. And then the borage and poppy haven't started up yet. I planted those last week. The onion starts are doing pretty good here. The ones that made it, I lost a bunch of them. It's the first time I've done it. I just watered everything, so you can see that's really damp, but some are doing really well. Some are not. This is a random pepper that snuck out here with the lettuce. That seed had made it, and surprisingly that's been out here for about a month, and it died off a little bit. Now it's coming back strong, so looks good. The carrots are looking really good, so I'll have to watch those, start thinning them out, make sure that there's enough space. The other thing we have going on is we bought a tiller, a used tiller, and we're going to be planting corn, pumpkins, and watermelon over there. So we're going to be staking that out right now, and Jay's going to start doing the tilling and removing the grass. So busy weekend.